Hi there, I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Today's question comes from a client who wrote in through our show, and she says, Ange, in your trainings, you've talked a lot about upselling your services to make extra money during slow months. I'm curious to know what your opinion is on upselling your services with landscaping and gardening. Okay, I like this question because as a kid, you're going to grow up in an environment that has a specific set of skills that's intrinsic to your family. Now, in my family, my dad was a gardener. He was a farmer. He always had a greenhouse. He has a green thumb. And as long as I've known my dad, he's been creating hybrids of plants and berries and different things that all involve gardening and weeding and growing plants. And so I picked up on a lot of that just by hanging out with my dad and spending time with my dad growing up. And so I have a very specific set of skills in the gardening landscape arena that has nothing to do with house cleaning. It's just something that I kind of grew up with and I picked up on. And so as I've grown my business, I've worked in my own neighborhood. And so people will drive past my house and they'll stop and say, Ange, who does your landscaping? Who does all of these plants that you have in your yard? And I'm kind of like, well, me, I do it myself. And it's fun for me. It's kind of a hobby. It's not a business. But I've been asked many times, can I hire you to come make my yard look the same way? Now, I don't have a landscaping truck. I don't have a riding lawnmower tractor or trailer that I can ride my lawnmower up on. I'm not equipped to do that. And so I don't focus on that. That's not part of my business. But I certainly can throw a rake in the back of my car or a snow shovel in the back of my car, and I could go help out with some services. So if you're thinking about upselling your services and you're thinking about a particular outdoor type of activity, you certainly can market a very specific outdoor type of activity. And I'll be honest, over the years, I have tried lots of different projects. There was a time where I did lots of special projects for clients. And one of those was I did weeding and I did trimming of hedges because I've got a hedge trimmer. I always have carried an electric blower with me so that I can blow off patios and sunrooms and stuff like that. So there are some outside tasks that I do, and I include that as part of a package that I sell to my customers. It's not routine cleaning. It is an upsell. There is a girl that I know that is out in Oregon, and every year they get 5 months of snow, and the snow is really high. And so as it starts snowing and it dumps 24 and 42 inches of snow, none of the customers can get out of their houses. And so she has a whole team of people, and they go out and they shovel people's driveways and walkways instead of house cleaning. We're going to skip your house cleaning this week. During this week, due to the blizzard, all of you guys stay inside. We're not coming into your houses because you're all snowed in. And the truth is she doesn't want to be there cleaning when the whole family is home from school and the whole family is inside making a mess. So because she doesn't want to do that, they switch gears and they upsell their services and they all grab snow shovels and they go and they shovel people's snow for the same price that she charges for house cleaning. And she is not cheap. She's a very expensive house cleaner. And now it's very expensive to get the snow shoveled. But you know what? People need that service done. Now during the fall, when the leaves fall, she'll say, listen, all of you guys have leaves. When you open your doors to go outside, all of those leaves and the dust from the leaves blows inside your house. So we're not going to do house cleaning this week. You all get bumped 2 weeks down the road. This week we're doing yard pickup. And she shows up literally with rakes and a bag of garbage bags. And she and her team go around and there will be 10 people and they'll hit somebody's yard and they'll rake up all the leaves and they leave, 26 bags of leaves out there on the curb for the garbage pickup to come pick up. And the people are more than happy to pay her expensive fee because that's a service they don't have, number one. They're not going to hire a landscaping service to do that because it's a one-time job. Somebody's going to come in once or twice and rake up your leaves. Boom, we're done. They're not going to pay their regular landscaping service to do that, but they'll pay their house cleaner. So she's just going to show up with rakes and garbage bags. That's not an expensive addition to your business. So if you want to upsell your services, and here's a secret, if you want to upsell your services, start selling that service for the fall pickup. Start selling that in May and June, because right now the customers don't need it. But instead of them canceling later, going, well, we don't need house cleaning this week, You've already got this on the schedule. Great, you don't need house cleaning this week. We're coming by to do the yard. We're coming by to pick up the snow. And they sell these services far in advance. And so there are people right now that are 3, 4, 5 years in the running where they're like, put us on your snow shovel list. And so if they ever have a cancellation in this particular business, they default immediately to what do we have that we can offer our customers right now? And she might make a Facebook page or Facebook post where she says, hey, we've had 2 cancellations this week. I have 2 openings for yard pickup or snow shoveling, whatever time of the year it is. And literally within seconds, there will be 5 or 6 people that jump on and go, pick me, pick me. I need my sidewalks shoveled, or I need the leaves in my yard pickup. And so in addition to that, during the spring, you could also do weeding. Weeding, it doesn't cost anything to weed. You don't need any new supplies. You literally grab a bucket and you go out there and you pull the weeds. There's a little tool that I have, and I'll put a link to it, where you just poke it in the ground and you twist it around and it pulls out the weed for you. And then you pop it in a little bucket and that pulls the weed for you. And so you don't even have to bend over to pick up the weeds. But it's a really great way if you're going to help people make their yards and their homes and the areas that they live in nice and clean. That's another upsell service. And if you charge $25, $35, $45, $55, I don't know what the going rate is in your market, but if you're charging $55 an hour to pull weeds, that's pretty good money. That's pretty good money, but that's something most people don't want to do. And so if you're going to upsell your services, find something that you're good at, number one, that has a really low overhead. Pulling weeds is really low overhead. Raking leaves is really low overhead. You have to invest in a rake. You got to buy some garbage bags. The shoveling snow, you got to invest in a snow shovel. And a good one is going to cost you $25, $35. But once you own it for the rest of your career. So this is a one-time investment. And then you go out and you shovel the walks every single winter. Because if you live in a place like Oregon or Montana or Utah, there's snow every year. That's a given every single year. So if you have slow months and people are not purchasing your services, they've slowed down, we don't need house cleaning this week, great. Sell them something else, because there's probably something else that they're willing to pay for. Alrighty, so that's my tip for today. If this was helpful, leave a message in the note below and let me know if you're going to upsell and what 1 or 2 takeaways you gained from our time together today, because I'm curious. And that helps me provide better information for you on our continued shows. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.